back to VinceTGP. My name is Vince.
And my name is Cole.
And today, guys, I have spent well over $100 of my own money on Nerf Guns. So the way this video is going to work, we're going to take two Nerf Guns that we think are fairly equally matched, review the guns after unboxing them. We've got, I think, 12 Nerf Guns here. One final announcement before we start this video. A very small percentage of our viewers are actually subscribed to the channel, so if you're not subscribed, please subscribe.
Please.
If you aren't subscribed and you're watching this video, please subscribe. Please turn on the notification bell. We post once, maybe twice a week, depends on how we're feeling. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so right in front of us, we've got the two guns we're reviewing first. I have the Dart Zone Tomahawk 60.
And I got the Magnum X2.
So the Tomahawk 60 is a semi-automatic, battery-powered blaster. It requires 6 AA batteries, and it has a drum that fits 60 darts. Anything you can tell us about the Magnum? Well, I'm looking for these scissors.
It's a gun.
What I can tell you about the Magnum is that it's slide action, slam fire enabled, 40-round drum. Shoots pretty hard. We don't have a chronograph, so we don't know the exact chronograph readings. But the whole point is that my gun holds 20 rounds more than his does.
Thank you.
If you don't know, Nerf Elite darts suck. You should never buy Nerf Elite darts because at Target, you can buy a 200 box of these Dart Zone waffle head darts. They're actually called diamond head darts, I think, which are far more accurate, and they're like a few dollars less for 200. It's like $16 for an 80 pack of Elite darts, and it's $14 for a 200 pack of these. The Dart Zone waffle head darts that you can get at Walmart are even cheaper. But these darts are fantastic. We're actually going to be using them for the rest of the video. There you go. So that's yours. Let me get all the... so many darts. Oh my god. The reason that these are the weirdest blasters, or some of the weirdest blasters we can find, this one is because... I'll show you in a second, but it's got almost the same size drum as Cole's, and it holds nearly double the darts, which I'll show you in a second if I can get this thing out of here.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
It's Flipshot.
As you can see, these drums are the same size. They're pretty much the exact same size, exact same form factor. But my drum holds 20 more darts than Cole's drum. You take the darts and you load them in like this. One on top of the other. So what happens is when the firing mechanism comes and shoots out the first dart, the second dart drops down to where the first dart was, and it fires that dart. And that's how you're able to have a 60-round capacity and something with the same form factor as a 40-round drum. So I'll go over mine first. Down here you have the rev switch. That's obviously how you operate the semi-auto blaster. Over here you have the battery door. 6 AA batteries need to go in there. I haven't installed them yet, but because this is a semi-automatic blaster, the blaster will not operate without those batteries. This is a Dart Zone blaster that actually accepts Nerf stocks, so you can... This stock is way too long. You got a nice little comfy grip right here, and then obviously this is where the drum slides in, and this drum comes out, so you can just have more than one of these completely loaded, shove it in, and you're good to go.
So the X2, it's slide action, and when you pull it back, it lets you know that you've primed it with this big little orange thing in the back. Improvements from the one,
yeah,
is before it had like this weird like swinging under thing where you put your arm under it. Now you've got like this extendable stock here, very minimalistic stock. You squeeze in this and you can move it back and forth. And drum a lot more wiggly than the first one.
Got it.
Okay, so they both.
So now these bolts in here,
It's almost like we have no idea.
and that's a lot more stable.
Let's see. But on the left side of the grip, and you just pull that. You should be able to roll it down like that.
Make sure you read the instructions. RTM, kids. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. I put the darts in backwards. Right now, we're trying to see if the darts will fire out of the gun the wrong way.
In other news, I loaded mine correctly, of course.
Up here, you have this little iron sight that you can kind of move left and right. This is, I don't believe it's an end strike, bro. Can you grab me the bayonet? If you attach a Nerf attachment, it'll work. It's not going to be on there super well. It's not going to like click in place, but it'll fit. Obviously, this stock attachment point is good because you can't stock this. And this gun is big, like, and I mean, feel this. It's like, it's light, but it's a little heavy.
That's
like,
kinda, It's all really a lot here.
Yeah, so the grip is great. It's nice and big. I would think it's welcoming to all kinds of hands. I have slightly above average hands for my height. I'm only 5'4" though. Yeah, that is the Tomahawk 60.
The Magnum 2, no X here, I don't feel inclined. I'm not really a fan, if I'm being honest. So
really?
There's the foregrip, and it's really a pain because you have to reach around the drum to grab it. And if you're trying to like cock it with like your hand for some reason, with this hand, I don't know why you would. The grip, definitely kind of on the smaller side. My hands are just barely scraping the bottom here. And then the slide pull, it's all right.
But now we're moving on to shooting my sister to test the FPS because we don't have a chronograph. Let's do this. So obviously this is a semi-automatic blaster. You need to power up the rev trigger before you fire. There's my sister. All right, Alexa, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna shoot 3 shots. Did that not hurt? Did you feel anything? Okay, I think that hurt.
It wasn't that bad, but it was like a...
It seems like it might be missing a few of the darts, if I'm being honest. I don't know.
It did skip one.
Or actually, no, it's gotten all the way around. It seems to be skipping maybe 1 or 2. For $30, this thing is an incredible blaster. It's super precise, shoots amazing, and from what my sister was saying, it shoots pretty hard. So I'd highly recommend this one.
So this is the Magnum X2 here. Extend that out nicely. So
Dang cow!
I think this one probably hits a little bit harder than Vincent's. This does have slam fire, so I can demonstrate that really quick. Slam fire is when you hold the trigger and just keep racking the slide, so. Like that.
So Lex, which
That's
one would
good.
you say hurt the most? That one? Okay, so Cole's seems to have maybe a little bit more firing power. They definitely shoot a lot harder than the average Nerf blaster. What would you say, like, compared to the average Nerf blaster, the slide pull feels like?
It's quite light in the beginning, and then you kind of snag into something, and then once. I think it's probably a lot harder than
most, like, Nerf
Nerf
Elite
Guns,
blasters?
yeah.
Overall, these are 2 fantastic blasters, especially for the money. Alright, so we've got our next set of 2 guns that we are fairly sure are evenly matched. I'll start with mine. This is the Minecraft Dungeon Stormlander Hammer.
Who thought of that?
Yeah, I think this is the weirdest Nerf gun that we could find. So the primer is actually this hammer kind of pommel. I don't know if you call it a pommel. You pull that down, and then there's a trigger under here, and 3 darts shoot out of the top. And here's
One by one, of course.
Here's something that's kind of weird. The top and the bottom are foam.
So,
Like they intended for that to be used as like a melee weapon, like you could hit someone with it, but the entire rest of it is like hard plastic, so that's not really safe to use as a melee weapon. But yeah, we're gonna unbox this in a second. That is the Minecraft Stormlander.
Alright, and here we got the Walmart's Adventure Force Double Fire.
That's a break open
Nerf
double barrel, yeah.
And it works similar to a shotgun where you press the top and it breaks it open. But instead of course, a normal gun, you have to load them in this way instead of putting them in the barrel. This is a 2-man job here.
It does, I will say, it comes with these cool little gray and blue ones.
I'm struggling. Yeah, so here's the button up here. And you can't swing it open, so you can't be cool.
You can probably swing it closed.
Oh, that's really hard to pull open.
Is it like, oh, okay.
That's even weirder. There's an elastic string inside.
That's a hair tie. This is the trigger. Honestly, this thing is a really cool decoration. I'm not even gonna lie. As far as grips though, this does not feel natural. No, God no. I don't know if the intention is for you to go like this and just quickly hit the trigger. I can't imagine there's any way to be even remotely accurate with this thing. But holding it like this is one of the most uncomfortable things I think I've ever... I don't know. I don't know who this is for, if I'm being honest. Like that sounds like it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's not
safe to hit somebody with.
These things are really weird. They've got a lot of glue around the edges. Oh. Here, I'll try to make sure you're not getting out of focus. Yeah, a lot of them have glue. I don't know what's up with that. So this is definitely quite a small blaster, of course. Like, I don't know how to... Yeah, there's no good place to put my hand. Like, my hand is kind of riding up on the stock. This is definitely probably meant for kids because I'm holding it really weirdly.
See, how does the shoulder feel? If you like shoulder it. Can you?
Bro, I mean...
So again, this is the Nerf Minecraft Stormlander. But you just prime it down like that and then
Can you put an extra dart in the... Hold on.
And where? Oh, okay. So this is dart storage. I didn't even realize this. Down here you have dart storage for 2 extra darts. 3, 2, Make sure, yep. 1. Oh! Again, it's really hard to aim this thing. And the prime feels so... Oh, that one just kind of pooeyed out. How much did that one hurt, Lex?
I didn't feel it.
You didn't feel it? Okay. So, I can go like this.
Holy crap.
And that's actually the most accurate shot I've taken today. For the capacity, for how hard it shoots, I would just get a triad. Let's see the double blaster.
Alright,
double fire.
Double fire here. So this thing's got a 2-stage trigger, meaning you pull the trigger halfway, shoots one, the other way, finishes it, you shoot the other. Or you can just pull the trigger all the way down and you shoot both at the same time.
You didn't count.
Was it a me problem?
There you go. Yeah. So
There you go.
okay. So this one's shooting okayly hard. How's the trigger pull feel?
It's quite hard, actually. It takes quite a lot of force to do both at the same time. I keep accidentally, single fire.
Just shooting one. So harder than most Nerf Elite blasters.
Definitely. All, like, the shooting and the reloading is built for somebody who's, like, older, but, like, the body of it is meant for somebody smaller. Because I can't fit. This is going to be a kid who's going to put their fingers here. But then the kid can't even pull it open and then shoot. So, really, it's mixed matched, and I don't think this is good for any age.
We've got 2 more blasters here for you. This is the Nerf Elite 2.0 Flipshot. So this is actually part of the Nerf Elite 2.0 series, which I didn't even realize. So maybe there was a Flipshot before this. So the whole thing is you have 4 darts here, and then you run out of those 4 darts, and you're like, oh no, what do? I'm out of my darts. You pull back on this hollow scope, entire barrel flips, and you got 4 darts on the other side that you can shoot again. That is all for the Nerf Elite 2.0 Flipshot.
So, the Ghoulgrinder, super weird looking gun. It comes with a detachable stock that's basically, it has like, I don't know if you can see, but like the string like in between is supposed to be like barbed wire. And so it's basically supposed to be a buzzsaw turned into a gun. And you put the darts into the buzzsaw, and for some reason,
it's got an end strike barrel line.
Don't know why you did that.
So whereas most cylinders, like on a Strong Arm or a Maverick, you pull the slide back and the cylinder spins like this, like we saw with my semi-auto or Cole's Magnum. This one spins like this to create that kind of like buzzsaw effect. That's a lot of plastic for 10 darts. But let's get these unboxed, see what they feel like.
No more zip ties.
Oh yeah,
the grip is perfect for my hand actually. It fits quite well. I'll have to say that there's like a bump right above or right below the trigger guard so there's like a bump where my fingers get separated. I don't really like that because I like to group my hand a lot closer together, but that kind of forces them apart. Stock, if I can just.
So you can take that and put it on. I like this stock a lot better. It's pretty firm actually, and this one fits my body type a lot better.
The end strike rail.
Oh,
super
the tack
weird,
rail, yeah.
Because if you want to put a scope, there's literally just this gray part blocking it.
This thing just spins for days. I'm assuming that's like. This comes with the zombie strike darts, which are
just green.
Green. And this comes with the Flipshot darts, which are Flipshot.
Let me demonstrate our epic barrel lug in the front. Oh, look at that.
Why would you ever... Wait, take the stock off?
This thing is going to be a monster.
It's a modulus.
That's a long boy right there.
Compare the amount of stuff on that to this, which only has 2 less darts. You shoot your 4 darts, and then you flip the barrel like that.
That was loud.
So you have that...
Is that?
And it doesn't...
It's crooked.
You
have to push it.
It's time to decide, do I have a lemon, or is this a serious problem with the Flipshot? If you do it slowly and not as hard, it clicks into place. But if you're like in the middle of something and you're kind of freaking out and you pull back on that. As you can see, priming handle is down here. You pull it down like this and then...
It's just a jolt. This is getting worse and worse. Oh boy.
That needs to be forward. Overall, actually, the grip is kind of nice. It kind of forces your fingers to go in a certain place, and it's a little small for me. So is this trigger guard, just a little bit. It's not really super cracked. If you're playing with it for a while, you might not be comfortable. But I have pretty big hands, and this is just barely big enough for me. Like, you can kind of see my fingers rubbing against that trigger guard.
Okay, so this is removable, so if you need to remove this for storage.
For storage, yeah. Okay, so this is the Nerf Elite 2.0 Flipshot 8. And that whole flipping action... Oh my...
There you go.
I wonder if you can shoot like
this time. I feel
the
like
more I play with this blaster, the more questions I have. 3, 2, 1.
Wasn't that bad.
Oh, let me get you in the...
And then that 4. All right, then we flip.
And you fail.
That's the worst one yet, I think. That's like almost... Oh my gosh. Oh, that shot 2. Okay.
That one was...
And last one.
Okay.
It's not firing super well. And the biggest problem, again, is just... That's almost the other way around. Anyway, let's move on to Cole's gun.
My turn. Alrighty, it's time for the Ghoulgrinder. 8 in the top. Is it even 8? 2, 4... No.
No.
This side is definitely, I think, a lot uglier because there's like, you're missing all the
It's just kind of that
textures.
big, yeah.
My.
This seems to be hitting a lot harder.
Then the flip, yeah.
Alright. So Lex, between those two guns, which one hurt more?
Cool.
That one? Okay, I
Cole
gotcha.
always has the hardest ones.
My bad.
Okay, I tried to fix the camera. I noticed that Cole was kind of at the very edge of the frame, so I tried to center it a little better. I hope it's looking better. I hope you didn't mind up until this point. We got 2 of our last 2 guns. We've got 2 more sets of guns to go through, and then we're done. This is the Ultra 2. It was the second Ultra Blaster ever released, I believe. I'm pretty sure they were released in order. I'm not sure, though. So the Ultra 2 is pretty unique. It's pretty weird. It is a flywheel-powered, semi-automatic revolver. So it requires 6 AA batteries, but it's flywheel powered. It's a backloader.
Yeah, so not like the normal ones where you swing it out and you have to put them into the top.
Yeah, the barrel does not come out on this. It's a completely internal barrel.
Okay, so here we got the Rival Flex. And now it's basically just a Jolt, but Rival. But the one thing that makes it different is you can
also
turn...
it's huge.
Yeah, way too big for a single shooter. That's all obviously the first thing off the bat. Really big. So the whole thing about this is that you can twist the barrel. It puts a curve on the ball. So you can curve left, right, or down.
So, Cole, this thing is massive.
It is. I love it. It's huge.
This is the size of the Ultra 2. This is a really uncomfortable grip. This is incredibly uncomfortable.
It looks so off balance.
For one, yeah, this thing is so front heavy. It's just like, it's really hard to keep it even up. As a secondary, this thing is massive, but it looks badass, so I'm fine with that. This grip is so small. It's really uncomfortable, and I hadn't realized how bad the Ultra grips were until right now. This part where my hand is in the back is really uncomfortable. It feels really pinchy. The trigger's okay. It's a little bit cramped, but really the worst part is kind of the grip. I'm not minding it too much now, but this tiny little rev trigger on this tiny little grip, my hand feels cramped. Cole, you feel that. Tell me what you think.
It's fine. Okay, so while he's trying to find that, here is mine. Yeah, so it's got this big, like, basically handguard.
It's like, yeah.
Nowhere near my fingers, of course. It is used as a ball holder, so it's not just like there for just decoration.
Just for show, yeah.
It's got this it's got this T
Oh, this
thing.
is weird.
the T is super weird because now it's the opposite way. Because again, it's the
normally
wrong way.
rotated,
So
yeah.
I'm going for it like this, but I have to pull it like this. So it's really uncomfortable. So it goes like, it doesn't go all the way. If you were thinking that it goes all the way here, it doesn't. So it gives you a pretty loud click to tell you like it's in a position. So it's 45 to the left. Just normal straight, 45 to the right, and then totally down. I wish there was like more settings, like it had a lot more like choices. Like how many degrees, like how sharp of an angle I wanted it. Yeah, so. Wow, that's quite hard to pull.
Oh, and the front pops out,
Yeah,
so
the
you
front
know
pops out, and the breech loaded, so I
that's
pop
so
it in the
goofy.
top.
And then you throw that back in, and you're good.
Also, one thing about the balls, they really don't want to fall out.
That's good.
So.
So this is the Ultra 2, like I said. Got the batteries in there so you can rev it up.
That is a lot.
That is loud flywheel. This blaster. Again, this is a backloader. So we're gonna get my sister back and shoot her now. So this is the semi-automatic Ultra 2. You gotta hit that rev trigger, wait for it to get up to max RPM.
Max pain.
And then if you want to get over here, you can get a barrel cam. You shoot it one-handed because I'm a cowboy.
And he's here to do
And here we go.
with a big iron on his hip. Big iron
The door
on
popped
his
open.
hip.
Door popped open.
The door popped open. I don't know if this is a common problem or if it's just me. I don't know if it got thrashed around in shipping or something, but my door is not staying closed. Let's try
Yeah,
this
that was
again.
weak.
Okay.
Take
so,
2.
I'm gonna thrash the system again. Yeah. But if you fire,
Ow!
that one hurt. Okay. So we rev it up. If you do just single shot,
You missed. Oh, that's damn. Oh fuck.
bad.
Yeah.
Again, if I try to thrash the system, that door's already open. I'm maybe 4 darts in.
It's
yeah, 4
interesting.
darts in. And then, of course, when the door opens, the flywheel stops, so you always get a dart that's caught in there that you kind of have to get back in there to push in the cylinder. It doesn't take too long to fix, but that's just kind of an annoyance that you don't really want. Yeah, so that's the Ultra 2. I like it, but I need to look more into the flywheel thing to see if that's a problem.
We're gonna start normally with just the regular top up. 1, 2. How'd that one feel?
It hurt. Ah!
Okay, we're moving on to our second to last set of Nerf guns that we're reviewing for this video. I know it's been a pretty long video, but I'm glad that you've stuck around for this long. I hope that you've been liking the guns we've reviewed so far. This is the gun I was probably most excited for, other than like the Ultra 2. This is the Nerf Hyper Siege 50. It's a pump action blaster that fires these new Nerf Hyper rounds, which are like rival rounds, but made of rubber and tiny as crap. This does have slam fire enabled, but this is a hopper fed pump action blaster, and frankly, I am very excited to see what happens with this.
And now, since Vincent didn't want to buy any more, we're gonna have to get with an old one. You should have
It's a
bought the
problem.
Saturn.
Should we just go to Walmart and buy the Saturn and pretend this isn't here?
Let's just go. You know what?
Honestly? Okay.
I just want to go.
Yeah, Charlie's here now, don't worry about it. So we went to Walmart to find a gun that could really match up to the Hyper. And Cole, why don't you tell them about what we found? The Adventure Force Matrixfire.
So this thing is really weird. I've only seen it. This is the only one that I've seen. It's dark fed, but it's got a hopper on the side.
So the way that it works is super cool. It's made for fast reloads, and it's fully automatic. And because my sister is hanging out with her friends, we got a new shooting dummy.
Yeah, you get to shoot me. Pretty goober status.
Pretty goober status. What does that even mean?
So we have the rival over here, the big yellow one, and then the hyper, the little yellow one made out of rubber. They both have the golf ball little waffle pattern. We need some AA batteries.
Big enough.
I don't want to break it.
My gun is greasy. So what I would recommend doing is tilting the blaster up while you're loading, because these balls kind of get in the way of themselves. You can tell it's not really designed for end strike attachments. You might be able to get some on there. But what it is really designed for is those canisters that they make. Overall, this is actually a really good feeling blaster. I like it.
This isn't one time use. You can put any more.
Yeah.
The prime actually isn't great, if I'm being honest. That was not a very smooth prime. I don't want to shoot this because I've heard things about these hyper rounds just like disappearing. That is the Nerf Hyper Siege 50.
Alrighty, so then we got the Matrixfire. Looking pretty. I like it. It's got no stock. It actually reminds me of the Nerf Rampage. Very similar looking in frame. A little bit, not enough room. I'm slightly slightly falling off both the front grip here. The back grip is fine. The hopper is really a pain because either I gotta pull like that or like move my arm out of the way. So this is a fully automatic. The rev trigger is actually pretty sticky. It's got some delay to it. Hopper, I don't think this would be a fast reload. I think the hyper reload would be a lot better. Because you can't just chuck darts in here because they're going to go in like weird directions. I definitely think this is kind of like a fun gun to do. Because I don't know any other guns that are a dart hopper fed.
Yeah. So now, if you guys are ready, we're going to shoot Charlie.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Okay.
Those
Wow.
are zingers. Here we go, got our Matrixfire.
So there's the conveyor belt. You turn on the rev, which does the flywheels, and then there's the conveyor belt moves. So when you have these darts in here like this, it's feeding from the bottom. You have that, and then you turn the conveyor belt to start moving, and
It's cool.
fire through the flywheel. So first, I'm just gonna fire you. I'm gonna shoot you normally. It's already primed.
Are you gonna blast me?
It's slam fire, yeah.
I wasn't.
Oh.
Nothing went in the
Nice
hopper.
discharge.
That's the problem with the
Oh!
hopper. That's a really
Three,
trigger pull.
2,
Or
1. Okay, now for slam fire. I'm not gonna shoot Charlie anymore because he seems to be in immense pain.
Failed to fill. Okay.
There we
Oh,
The hopper feeding. That shot right back at me. Somebody get that.
So speaking about losing these things.
Speaking about losing these things, they're incredibly small. They roll under furniture. They bounce like crazy. The feeding is the biggest issue at the moment. This hopper is not reliable at all. All right, and unfortunately, but fortunately for my wallet, we are down to the last matchup of guns. So Cole, in his hand, has got a Jolt reskin that is Minecraft Guardian themed. I have the, everybody had this when they were a kid, dollar store dart gun. This thing is pathetically light.
We went to Walmart to buy that the hopper fed one. We were looking at the other Minecraft. So there's 3 different variants of the Jolt. It's the Ghast and the Ender Dragon and then the
Guardian, yeah.
And we found a Guardian box that was empty. They didn't cut these. They were totally still left. Somebody just slipped this thing out.
This is a dollar store dart gun. You were
boom, just slipped it out without even having to cut it.
All you have to do is take the little dart, line it up with the little prong in here.
They're nice enough to give you, instead of just enough to fill the gun, they give you 2 darts.
Hold up. The grip on this is actually really weird. It's super blocky.
It's literally a square.
Yeah.
Okay. So this very weird square grip. So it really is Minecraft at heart. Very uncomfortable at heart.
How is that?
That feeling nothing.
Am I being executed?
Yeah.
Look.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Bro, I gotta catch you doing this.
I actually hit him. If you're like in that motion, this is not a bad emergency pistol for you. All right, guys, welcome to the end of our Nerf gun video. Thank you for watching till now. These are our top picks for the weirdest Nerf guns that we could find. This one has a 60 drum mag and it's a semi-automatic and it's huge. That one's a 40 round slam fire. They're pretty strange, maybe not as strange as some of these. Overall, my opinion on this blaster is that it's fantastic. The 60 round barrel is just amazing. The fact that you can take it out and put another one in is fantastic. This gun is really, really cool. I would highly recommend it.
So the Magnum 2, definitely an all-around improvement from the other one. Just this foregrip is a bit more of a decoration than anything else because, again, you're going to be hitting that drum with it. I don't recommend this for children. It's probably going to be a lot harder to pull back. But for younger adults who just want to, go crazy with the slam fire, this is your gun, especially now that you can swap these out. If you have the old one, try to pry the other one off, so now you have 2 drums. And yeah.
Starting with the flip shot, I was incredibly disappointed with the flip shot. Yeah, it was terrible. When you're going slowly and methodically, it's fine. But if you're like realistically kind of forcing it to flip when you've run out of darts, it completely breaks. And for a competitive nerfer, obviously that's like a death sentence. Like you have to manually reset that. I really can't recommend this just based on the fact that the flipping doesn't really work as advertised if you kind of thrash the system. Moving on to the Jolt reskins, the dollar store Jolt honestly performed better than I thought it would. That being said, just get a regular Jolt. The dollar store Jolt is really bad. You kind of have to like put some force in it if you want to go further than a few feet.
The Minecraft one, it's just so uncomfortable. And I'm pretty sure the other ones are probably more comfortable and they just look so much better.
Yeah.
So you really just need to get any other Minecraft one or any other Jolt reskin than this one really. So not worth it at all.
Moving on to the double barrel, I would say.
Performance is like alright, I guess. I think it's on par with the other ones. It's just not worth it because it's a 2-shot. It's built for a kid because I can't fit my fingers on it. But the trigger and the brake is built for like a teenager because it's really difficult to break it open and it's really difficult to pull it all the way back to get both shots out at the same time. So it's not a gun good for anybody.
Ghoulgrinder.
Mid. It works fine. I can't complain. If you could compare it, it's already better than the flip.
Yeah.
Because it works a lot smoother. And it's just a looker. It's a real it looks only. Can't actually probably use it in a fight because it's really slow to reload. Would not really recommend it unless you just like the look.
But moving on from that, let's talk about the rival revolver. I'll talk about that one because I reviewed it, I think.
Did you just say the rival revolver?
It's the Ultra 2. Overall, the Ultra 2 is a really, really cool concept, having a flywheel-powered revolver. It's super cool. It's a cool blaster, and I don't know if I have a lemon, and this can be fixed with tape. But mine doesn't really work because that trap door keeps flying open, which stops the rev. It gets a dart caught in there, and we can't figure out what the problem with it is. I don't know if that's just a problem with my Ultra 2 or a problem in general. Moving on to the hammer, the storm thing.
Oh.
Who thought of that? It's a really big try. If you're looking for a cool looking Nerf blaster that's like okay in price and you can like put on a shelf or something and use every once in a while just for fun with your friends, get the Stormbringer. If you are looking for a battle effective blaster, if you're looking for a 3-shot emergency, if you're looking for a secondary, get a Triad. So the Rival Flex, get the bigger one.
It's meant for wider. It's meant for open range, like wider ranges. Like if there's a corner right in front of you, you're not gonna be able to just go like that. This thing, it's a very gradual curve that comes out like
It's
that.
meant to. So that is the Rival Curveshot Flex. Onto the Hyper. I'm pretty disappointed with the Hyper.
The
I'm not gonna
whole
lie.
group of Hyper is bad.
Nerf is trying to be something that it really shouldn't be. The balls stick together, they don't feed well, they bounce everywhere. Really, you should only use this outside, but then you're never gonna find at least half, probably more. The amount of times that it misfires just really ruins it for me. It's not even really the darts that ruin it for me, because I got shot with it. It was bad, but it wasn't like...
It hurts.
It does hurt pretty bad.
And the hopper fed.
We bought this during the video. When we took that break to go to Walmart, that wasn't a joke. Like, we actually, while filming, went to Walmart. We just left and went to Walmart. So we wanted to get this one because we felt like a fully automatic hopper-fed gun could combat a fully slam-fire hopper-fed gun. And overall, I'm happy with it. In all honesty, I'm really happy with what it does.
It's
For $30, fully automatic, this is not bad.
It needs to definitely be tweaked to like improve its feeding because it may be automatic, but it won't shoot if there's no darts.
You might
being
as well
fed.
be shooting a semi. Like, in all honesty, I'm very happy that I bought it. So that is the Matrixfire. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more Nerf videos, Nerf fights, more Nerf gun reviews, please leave a comment, please leave a like, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Whatever you can do just to let us know that you want to see more Nerf stuff, because we really enjoyed making this video. This was a lot of fun. Until the next time, we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's a goodbye from me,
And a goodbye from me.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Somebody's gotta go turn it
So we're gonna go return all these now, right?
Oh yeah.